We're back racing at Happy Valley on a Wednesday night after we took a week off last week through Royal Ascot. Big programme though lined up with the 9 races on the card. We're on the B course as well. I'm Andrew Lejeune. Please say I'm joined here in the studio by our form analyst in Paul Lally and race caller Mark McNamara as well. Mark, and a good card with some nice horses turning out Wednesday.
Absolutely. You're back to Happy Valley on the B course, Andrew, for the 9 race programme. Kick off with the Class 5, which is more of an open race, but it gets better as the night goes through, unto the last, which is a really, really good Class 2.
Certainly is, yeah. A couple of Class 5s to kick the meeting off. Then we go Class 4, Class 3, and then finish with a Class 2. Paul, what else have we got in store?
Well, there's no jackpots to speak of, but there's some even racing throughout the whole card. We started with a couple of Class 5s. Look, there's going to be good... the favourites, there'll be no odds on favourites, I wouldn't have thought, early in the card for sure. So it should be good. There's a whole host of first starters as well. OK, this is meeting number 81 of the campaign of the 88. Luke Curry sits this one out through suspension. This is the next 2 in actual fact. So we start off with a Class 5 over the 1650. First 2 races, the Class 5s. And it's the Class Droppers here who might have a big say. Circuit Elite, well, this is his second start now in Class 5, but Fortune Marbo, Go for Tea, Heavenly Thought, Lotus Favourites and Best View all get into Class 5 for the first time. Run the Table teams up with Zach Purton. He's been on board for both his wins previously. Zarshan for Danny Sherman, Harry Bentley still looking for his first win at start 22. One step ahead, Cheek Pieces come off him, and Prime Star off the bottom weight there. Tony Millard and Lexi Bedell jumps from barrier at number 6. He's been in the market on his last few starts that month.
He has, and we've got a good to slow tempo with Fortune Marbo stepping up in distance for the first time to the 1650. He led last time over the 1200 metres, had a couple of trials since. The other horse, Paul, that has good gate speed is Run the Table, and from barrier number 2, that will give Zach some options whether he wants to hold the lead or indeed hand up to Fortune Marbo. Best View, Heavenly Thought, both handy with Zarskian, and Circuit Elite 3 wide with cover.
Yeah, Heavenly Thought's got blinkers game back on and back to the 1650, but Run the Table, as you mentioned, I just didn't think Zach would want to get into a speed battle with Jerry Chow, and Fortune Marbo's drawn wide, so I think he'll have no choice but to press on.
OK. All right, a couple of replays to have a look at. We'll start off, Mark, with Circuit Elite. This is him finishing 3rd last time out. Certainly an improvement. This is his first time in Class 5, already done in Class 4. It
was a yielding track too, but he's made some really strong late ground. You can see he just got held up there at the top of the straight, the grey, and hit the line pretty well. Draws barrier number 11, Paul, so it's a wider gate for him this week. As long as it wasn't the rain-affected track, did find a spot for him in the top 4. He appeared to be going the right way in this grade.
Yeah, I think he's in the right grade. I mean, that by far his best run out of his 8 starts to date in Hong Kong. So, look, I'm with you. I put him in just on a minor line, just want to keep him safe and see if it was the track or not. OK, what about Go for Tea? Frankie Law, Blake Shin, he draws barrier 3. Yeah, I quite like this horse. I quite liked him in Class 4. There was a couple of good runs there when he was just ran 4th and then he ran a 5th. Just couldn't quite break through in Class 4. Coming down to Class 5, I should say, from barrier 3, I think he's a good chance in this.
Yeah, found a spot for him as well. Only fair up the inside there, but we'll appreciate the class drop. Does have the top weight on his back, though. OK, back at the trials for our last galloping clue, and this is One Step Ahead, Mark. I thought he was pretty good here late, and if you keep watching the trial as well, Matthew Chadwick really keeps him going. He's had a pretty good season too for a Class 5 horse. 10 starts, 1 win and 6 placings, so he's got a very light weight. Cheek Pieces come off, good draw. He's in on a minor line, Paul, because Class 5 with that weight, he hasn't been too far away all season.
Yeah, look, he's just a one-time winner from his 31 starts, but he's had 10 placings, so look, he is capable on a place line, but he's hard to have on a win line.
Yep. OK, that was excellent proposal, I think, up on his outside, just cruising along by himself. Go for Tea in a wide open contest. Paul is our early favourite.
Yeah, I'm going to go with him as well, Go for Tea, because I thought he was capable in Class 4. Comes down now to Class 5 from a good draw, so he'll put himself in the right spot. Run the Table, likewise. Since he's been down here into Class 5, he just had the 1 start, but we know he likes it here. He's a 2-time winner in Class 5. Circuit Elite, we talked about him. We're not sure if it's the track or not, but he's in the right grade. And then Heavenly Thought, I like the fact the blinkers are going back on him, and he's a really well-rated horse at the moment. 3, 7, 1 and 4.
With Run the Table, well rated here. He's won off ratings of 40 and 38 in this grade. He's down to 38 at the moment. Good draw as well. One of those wins was from barrier 12. So 7 on top to beat number 11, 1 step ahead. He's been very consistent. Go for Tea on the class drop, and Circuit Elite, if he can indeed, as Paul said, back up that run on the rain-affected track last time. 7, 11, 3 and 1.
I got the same 4 numbers as Mark, slightly different order, but run the table on top. Zach's ridden him 4 times for 2 wins and a second and gets barrier 2. So 7 and 1, the cue for me there in the first, a Class 5 over the 1650.